Hello and welcome to Tech Tools. I'm Rachel Hendrick, the editor and publisher of Choice, and I'm here with Gary Price, the editor of InfoDocket and ARL Day in Review. Always fun to see you, Gary. Today we're looking at a ready reference and discovery tool called Resonator. Resonator is supported by ToolForge, which is a free hosting environment for Wikimedia contributors. And of course, they're the people behind Wikipedia. Resonator brings together multimedia data points on a particular subject from disparate data points across the web. So it's a really cool tool, and I'm excited to see it. But Gary, can you take us through some of the key points here?
Absolutely. As you said, this comes from Wikimedia, and just Wikipedia is one of their projects, obviously, and another one is Wikidata. So this makes accessing all of the Wikidata data easily accessible, looking good, and easy to use. It's so straightforward, it's crazy. Basically, type in a name or anything that might be in Wikipedia, literally. So here's an example. Here's Nelson Mandela. And in one place, you can just find, it's great to browse for any number of reasons. You can find out just fast fact after fast fact. What have they acquired from all these data sets that they're collecting about that person, place, organization, etc. And then, so it's basically an interactive, an online fact book.
So yeah, I was saying that it's only the facts. There is no prose. So I think sometimes you have to read Wikipedia with sort of an eye for editorializing. But here it's just the facts. And of course, there's editorializing in what is included and not included. But it's such a fun reference to go through. We've been having a great time with it.
It's great. It's one of my favorite things that, I think is one librarian trait I have is I'm just a fact geek, period. I'm a reference geek. I mean, for that sense, that's why one of the reasons I chose this career. And this tool just is great for that. But also can help you find authoritative answers from credible sources in a very rapid amount of time.
Well, what I found, Gary, in testing this out, I have my Wikipedia sort of holes, as I think a lot of librarians do, a lot of people do, and I found that and I've read through those articles over and over again. But I found in putting those same searches in here, I was finding new information. So it's I didn't know that was a whole other source. But I think the external sources are the absolute best. And yeah, can you take us through those?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
This is a metadata database, geeks, whatever you want to call it. It's just a dream.
Yeah.
So now all the facts that you see on the right side of the page, the official, the nicknames of the Beatles, all these things on the right side here in external sources are the actual underlying data sets. And so it's a great way to jump directly into that database or to that data set for whatever the topic is. That's one way. But what I often use this for, if I'm just browsing and I have a moment, it's a great way to discover data sets / databases you're not familiar with. Yeah. So all these facts about the Beatles are gathered from all these underlying databases, whether it be a BBC database, whether it be a Billboard magazine database, and it just goes on and on and on and on. So, and then you actually even get into, let's see if we can show you an example. It goes even, so with one click, so now we're searching the Beatles. Why you see these links to be very specific, it's just not going to take you to the Beatles page. It's going to take you directly to where that fact is in these underlying databases. So for example, if I just click here, it's going to open up the actual Library of Congress authority record for the Beatles. So again, it's not only facts facts, but it's databases, data sets. So again, it's a great way to get a potential answer to a question from an authoritative source, or a great answer, I should say, from an authoritative source. But for me, it's also about discovering all these underlying data sets and data tools. So again, I'm still scrolling for the Beatles, and it just goes on and on and on and on. We'll take a look at another one quick example. We'll take a look at an example for an organization, for a company. So here is the page for McDonald's Corporation. By the way, this also will pull images from databases as well. So you got the logos, you get facts, who owns it, who are or in this case, the major shareholders, their IRS number, founding information, their headquarter location. Is it 110 North Carpenter Street in Chicago, Illinois? So again, you just go down, 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 executive officers. And then, as I said, you get direct access to all the underlying databases where these things are coming from.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I didn't realize that McDonald's was based in Chicago. So
yes, as a native and a proud, went to Chicago and always a Chicagoan. It's matter of fact, the town I grew up in was home to McDonald's number 5.
Oh,
there's a fast fact for you.
There's a fast fact. Is that in the McDonald's thing or no?
No, that's just something I know growing up there in the early 70s. But the first McDonald's, we're really going off on a tangent, which Rachel's famous for. But the first McDonald's as we know it is in a suburb that was about 15 minutes from where I was raised, in a town called Des Plaines, Illinois. And for any of you who have been to O'Hare Airport, you've been about 5 minutes away from the first McDonald's.
I should know this. I watched that movie that came out a couple of years ago. So, but the Ray Kroc movie. Thank you. Oh yeah. Anything else, Gary? Or
no. I mean, I've noticed now they're even giving you access to their X/Twitter handles. They're giving you access to their YouTube channel. So every time I come to one of these, I discover a new data set. So I'm a happy camper.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Gary. This is great.
Thank you, Rachel.